go. Hello, everyone, and by the stupid little slide I have ready right here, you could tell we're doing a different kind of video today. We are going to go through. It's for this video is very late, but this is our top five worst slash best Pokemon from the Hisui region. So, Thomas, say hello.
Ooh. Hi, I'm here too. Devlin asked me to come up with rankings for my favorite Pokemon. Disclaimer warning, I haven't actually played Legends yet. He just sent me a whole list of all the Pokemon, and I had to go which ones are disgusting and which ones are God's favorite children.
Yeah, that
So
that should be how you play Pokemon anyway. It shouldn't be about
that's just
it should not be about who's competitively viable. It should be based on who's ugly or not. My first one's a
on a few.
very controversial thing.
All right. Let's see. Let's get into it.
Where's number five? For me, it's Typhlosion.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's a strong start.
I know
Uh,
he's probably the favorite amongst all three, but I do not care. The fire is really cool. I hate his face.
you don't like
Stupid,
him with the.
smug little face, and he's high as shit. I like the angry Typhlosion.
I like him better when he's angry and pissed off. Here he's chill, mellow, happy with his life. How dare you,
How dare
Pokemon? How
he?
dare you?
Ruined.
How dare you?
Give me regular Typhlosion
I don't
any day
know.
of the week.
This is a bit of a disclaimer for the rest of the video, or a bit of a spoiler, I should say. I didn't put any of the starters on the list because I never picked any of the original ones. Uh, except for like fun little playthroughs that I did on the side. But like for my main,
I
when I
thought
ever
I thought you
started a
picked
game,
Rowlet.
no, when I first played, I'm talking about like when I first ever played through a region. I never picked any of these guys like Oshawott, Cyndaquil, Rowlet. I never picked any
Who'd
of
you?
them my first
Oh,
time
right,
through.
you picked Poplio.
I picked Popplio, my favorite little sea lion dog boy.
He's awful too.
Well,
You have bad taste.
hey, we're
Bad
not talking about
taste.
Alola opinions. We're talking about Hisui opinions. In this case, Typhlosion's fine. I like the fire, like a lot of people. Yeah, his face is a little bit weird, but I think it matches with the whole theme of being like he's kind of like a spirit medium, or he's got more of like a kind of got that ghost typing going on, so he's got more of a creepy look going on. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, he's sort of growing on me a bit. That's why he's number five. But I have a pet peeve against him. He bothers me a little bit because I
It's
was
all in the look,
expecting
man.
a really cool, like, badass Typhlosion. Meanwhile, he's like, "Sup, bro."
I mean, I get it. He's got bedroom eyes. The bedroom eyes are always a weird thing, but yeah, I get it. I get it. I get where you're coming
Also
from.
pisses me off that this is gonna be Typhlosion's like one form. You know what I mean? He's not gonna get another one.
This will never happen ever again until
At
Pokemon
least,
gets desperate around
at
Gen
least,
22.
yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a goddamn long time.
It's gonna be a long time. But yeah, strong start. Gotta say, good controversial start to this. My number five was Sneezler
It's
because
controversial that this one's so low on your top five worst.
I mean, okay, to be fair, I like Sneasel. I like him a lot. I even like the Hisuian Sneasel. Like they didn't change too much about him, but they never usually do with like the first forms. It's usually just like a sign of being like, oh, he's a little bit different. And like, are you kidding me? That's such a cool typing. It's one of the main reasons why I like Krogunk. But that's also part of the reason why I don't like Sneasler, because when I was thinking about playing the game, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to have Krogunk on my team. It'll be so fun. And then they were like, oh, you might want to save a spot for a Sneasel because Sneasel's got a new form. And I'm like, oh cool, maybe I'll use Sneasel instead. Now I've seen Sneasler, that
Overquill
one guy
over
over.
this.
Yeah, he gets a spot now. He instant change of pace.
Overquill replaces the Decidueye. Ta ta.
Ta-da, and I've already stated he's Splatoon 2 looking motherfucker.
He just
Uh,
he looks like he's Hisuian freaking Quillfish, but conflated.
mm. I think it's a fair point.
Someone looks like they used his blowjob lips,
Well, alright. No, that's fair. He
which bothers me
definitely
a lot. And again, Quillfish, someone that people wanted to get something for a very long time, got over Quill, and he's not going to
mm,
get anything else for probably a very long time. Well, he's more likely to get something else than freaking Typhlosion, because Typhlosion's supposed to be like, ooh, a starter,
but
he's so special, but they've done like 3 Meowths already, so
mm,
they could do another Quillfish, but they're probably not going to do another Typhlosion for a long time.
yeah, no, that's a fair point. And I've stated my points about Overquill. Very similar, but yeah, he reminds me of Splatoon 2. Nothing really much else to say. Uh, inflation art and all that. But speaking of Overquill, let's take a look at the person who actually replaced him for number 4 on my list.
Hisuian Avalugg? Oh, you hate
Hisuian.
Hisuian Avalugg.
I dislike Hisuian Avalugg. Big shocker here. Uh, it's again one of the mentions of it's the Pokemon, but it's more. And this is my big complaint about it. Is just like aside from the thing on its front, which is like a little ice plow, and I'm sure that someone smarter than me is going to deep dive into the historical meaning of it being on the front of it and it being this rock ice. Is that correct? Rock ice type.
Yeah, Ice Rock or Rock
Uh,
Ice.
Ice rock type. There's gonna be some deep dive meaning into actually the Hisuian
I
Avalugg is
don't
actually the
care, it looks dumb. That's why we're here.
it's
It looks
really
dumb.
dumb. It's really dumb. And as I mentioned before, the coolest thing about regional variants is when there's a noticeable difference. And the most noticeable difference it has is it got a weird rock mustache on its face,
And
and its
it's now,
texture is
its
worse.
texture is different. It's
Its
really
texture.
cool for one of the boss fights, because one of the fifth boss is freaking Hisuian Avalugg. And, he's really cool there, mainly because they made him huge. He's like the biggest Pokemon in this game.
See, scaling would probably help him out a lot, but
But
looking at him from a distance,
regular Hisuian Avalugg though in this game is tiny, and it baffles me because he goes from the biggest Pokemon in the game in the boss fight to I'm the same as anything else in size.
it's go. Yeah, this is just a recurring problem that I have with Pokemon scaling, and I think other people have mentioned it before. Uh, I don't care about it as much as other people, but for stuff like this, where you mention like it's a big boss fight, and then you actually catch one, and it's a little rinky dink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does bother me a little bit.
Worst
Now it's
number three.
number 3, baby.
We're getting to this one's not controversial at all. Enamorous.
Enamorous. This one was just weird to me.
Why? Okay, they
It,
added a fourth one of the stupid nature genies. It's like,
yeah.
okay, that sounds like a cool concept. Is this one of love? Thomas, can you look it up? Like, what the fuck is this thing's
It
description?
is love. It is love. Do you want me to
Why?
read off its dex entry?
It's so ugly. Go ahead, read off the dex entry.
Again, there is a reasoning for it. The guy I mentioned before, Loxton, go check out his channel. Uh, did a deep dive of it. I don't remember all the exact wording of it, but yeah. Also, by the way, they're not actually genies. They're actually the kami of fucking. I can't even finish that statement. Point being, he's not actually uh all that bad in terms of inspiration. Like I'm pretty sure love was like he sows love into the world in order to build it up, so they all kind of like help build the region. I don't know, but according to its dex entry, it has two. When it flies to this land from across the sea, the bitter winter comes to an end. According to legend, this Pokemon's love gives rise to the budding of fresh life across Hisui. And then its other form. A different guise from its feminine humanoid form. From the clouds, it descends upon those who treat any form of life with disrespect and metes out wrathful, ruthless punishment. Did you like that? Did you like my reading? I
I
think I did
did.
pretty good. Thank you.
Feminine. This thing was supposed to be a girl,
This thing was meant to be a girl from the beginning. Again, there's like deep dive stuff on it.
but
There's some
it
cool
looks
cultural stuff.
so bad. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is the tail thing? Like, I
the
does the tail move, or is it supposed to be like a shell on the turtle thing? Is this a turtle? I don't even know what the fuck. Think it's a
it,
turtle.
it it is. So
I'm guessing
this
it's
part I
like I'm
actually
guessing it's
do
like the
know.
flathead snapping turtle, whatever it is.
This I actually do know. It is part of the. It's usually found in all sorts of different folklore, but I believe it's uh the four beasts of the different directions. So like there's
Oh, so the black
where's it?
turtle, the
The black turtle, the vermilion bird, black
the
the white
azure.
tiger, the azure dragon,
Okay.
all that jazz. So I kind of see where they're going with it because that's what the incarnations were, if I'm
Y-
correct.
Yeah.
Uh,
So,
Sorry,
Tornadus was bird, Thunderous was dragon, and Landorus was tiger. My favorites in order was Thunderous was the best, Landorus was second best, Tornadus was third, and then this thing's dead last because this thing looks ugly as sin, and I would rather never see it in my eyes again. But
I
sadly,
I
I'll have to catch this thing eventually for a video.
I do get that. It's like I said, the design ain't my favorite. I especially don't like the Therian form. I do not like the look of its face. But yeah, no, I just it is what it is. I've never had feelings for legendaries. I usually don't say like this is good because it's legendary. I just think like, it's there. And now that I know some of its cultural influence, I like it a little bit more. But I will not deny it's not one of my favorite designs. I really don't care for it.
Yeah. Time for a Oh god, these pictures are terrible looking. Okay,
Yeah,
go
no,
ahead.
we're continuing forward with Hisuian, Sliggoo, and Gudra. Oh boy! Uh, Time for some more of my personal design pet peeves. I was kind of alluding to this earlier with Basculegion, but my rule of thumb is if you ever make a Pokemon look like it's having a hard time living, uh, it's usually not a design I like. Gotta keep it real. And yeah, these guys, I don't know how they live.
Yeah, no, the
Sliggoo, I don't know how it
Sliggoo
moves.
literally just rolls around in his shell.
That's kind of cute, but also just
So
in this part,
if the alpha Sliggoo follows you, he'll literally just roll after you. And I'm like, fuck.
yeah. And
Otherwise, he just sort of plops himself around.
I was about to say, he just looks so. It looks like he's got back pain. It
That
just is not a
Gudra
fun look
looks like
for
he
him.
has back pain. Yeah,
And it doesn't help that it's more of the stuff where it's just like it just looks like the original, but more. Like they just played with the proportions a little bit, and they're like, "Eureka! We've got it!" And
I don't understand like why that tail benefits it. You know what I mean?
it's just like, yeah. Usually with a regional variant, they're like, "Oh, there's a reasoning."
Like competitive, um, like look up its dex entry
Okay,
for Gudra specifically.
I'll continue to do that. Let's see. So Gudra. Because right now it just looks like he's going through scoliosis. Let's see here.
That's what Phil says about Typhlosion.
Says they call it the skull bunker Pokemon now. Let's see here. Able to freely control the hardness of its metallic shell. That bitch is metallic?
Yeah, it's steel type.
I thought it was just its tail. That just looks like its tail.
Yeah, no, it's steel.
What the? Okay, I
Do you
dislike it
see?
even more now.
Do you see the slight tint change?
Okay, yeah, I do kind of see it, but also that's its motherfucking tail. There is
Yeah,
no
but like
indication that that is a separate part of its body.
it's not. But in Hisuian Sligo, it is.
Okay. Uh, it's that's a, again very weird. Why is it like that?
Fun fact before we move on. Um, for the shiny hunters, because it's really easy to get shinies now because of the new shiny hunting method. People say finding a shiny isn't like finding a shiny more. Finding an alpha shiny is like finding a shiny. You know what I mean in terms of difficulty.
Of course,
So
because we
people.
have to keep finding things to scale our power
So
levels.
people have been hunting alpha shinies, like alpha shiny starters, stuff like that. And I was waiting for freaking space time distortion to try to get a Rowlet, because I needed more for my Pokedex. And the space time distortion was forming over where an alpha Gudra just usually chills out. So I was literally flying overhead, getting ready for the distortion to form, and he twinkles, and I'm like, ah!
Oh god.
Um, our friend, Stormy VTuber on Twitch, um, told her viewers about that. They're like, he got an alpha shiny, and I'm like, yeah, he's pretty cool. Instead of the slight gray, he's like a brown.
I did get to see it shiny when I went to go look up its dex entry and like, all right,
So
that's a look.
it's like bronze
So
or copper or something, I guess.
I thought, oh wow, it looks like an actual snail shell. How delightful. I still don't like you. At least
Fair.
not enough to get you into the best.
Okay, so we're getting to the really, really bad shit now. Like
We're getting into ones that we
the
genuinely
really bad shit.
opinions become
We feel
less.
we feel the same about this one.
I was about to say no hiding it now. The new regional, not regional, the
The new
new
like
origin forms,
they're
whatever these are.
so bad. What the fuck did they
This
do?
ain't this ain't it, Chief. This is this is a perfect example of good concept, terrible execution. I
Because from what people have been saying, the Dialga, the Palkia, and the Giratina origin form, if you take parts of them, you can put them together. You can make Arceus, which you can see here because Dialga has his back legs of Arceus. Um, Palkia has the ring around him.
I
So
see that.
really cool. But then there's this other shit, man. Like, what's with what's with Dialga's throat thing? Does he have like throat cancer? I'm sorry for people who do have that, but like, what the
I
fuck?
I
He has
remember the first day we saw that come out. You called me on my phone on my way back from work, and you were like, "Did you see Dialga has throat cancer?" And I was like, "Excuse me."
look at this thing. Why is it even here? Like, what does
It's
it
got a
do?
choker.
Thomas, don't read his full description, but like, tell me if there's a description as to what the fuck this thing is in his Pokedex entry.
Sure. In the meantime, we could talk about how Palkia doesn't have arms.
Why? Palkia would have been fine. I would have actually liked Palkia's, because he's a cool centaur. It makes sense. Why the fuck did they make him lose his arms? That does not make sense. I guess they moved his arms down to his leg to be his legs. No, that's stupid. Just give him arms. He literally downgraded. Why would this be an upgrade? Oh, I lost my arms and sort of opposable thumbs for two more legs. How does that make him more powerful, game? How?
Okay, so I looked it up. They don't have a description for the thing around his neck. However, I thought this was very funny, so I had to read it out loud. Radiant light caused Dialga to take on a form bearing a striking resemblance to the creator Pokemon. Yeah, striking. Looks exactly like him.
Striking resemblance. Jesus Christ, man.
For
Palkia, I can forgive a little bit as long as I ignore the fact that he has no arms. But that's a hard ask. Because overall Palkia's design I like, but it's the dumbest decision ever to just remove his arms.
Yeah,
Why?
I
But then Dialga looks like an abomination that needs to be burned at the stake.
I'm not gonna lie. I already thought like they were very over designed in terms of legendaries. Like I liked Dialga and Palkia, but I always thought they were like a little extra. This here, I'm just like I've got nothing else really to say about them.
Dialga overall would be fine too, if not for the throat thing.
They just look really uncomfortable.
The throat thing, what does it do? Is it like,
they,
is that where he
if
stores his roar of times to fly around at will? We'll never know.
if
What
this
the
makes any
fuck?
sense, they remind me of Digimon. They look more like
Yeah.
Digimon. They'd fit in more with
Yeah,
Digimon than
they're
Pokemon
exactly
probably.
Digimon. They're
They are
exactly
Digimon.
Digimon.
I've done
Pretty
figured it
sure
out.
there's like a Centaurmon or something. You could just copy paste that over to Palkia right now and you'd match.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Dialga Palkia need to be Palkia overall. Dialga needs to be burned at the stake. Like goddamn, get him off my screen, please. I am
Definitely
begging
not.
you, get him
Definitely
out
not.
of here. Why did they design him like this? I have no clue. Whoever designed these to a Game Freak needs to be like fired. I do not care.
Oh boy,
Like it's bad, bad.
it's not great. Not gonna lie.
It's like these are like the poster boys for your game, except for
This is why
the
they did. This is
starters.
why they called it Arceus instead of Origins Diamond and Origins Pearl, because then they'd have to put these guys on the box. Uh,
Someone made this, and the head designer was probably like, okay, I trust you guys. You've got this. Make these two new forms. I have to do some other major work for the game. Get back to me when they're done. I trust you. And then he got sidetracked, and they had to put out the final designs. They put out these two, and he's like, okay, sorry for that. What did you put out? I know you guys did a great job. Looked at this. What the fuck did you do?
I was
What did you
going
do?
my answer was going to be yeah, they had no oversight, and whoever was on like the 3D graphics team, because I think like I don't know if it's the art that comes first or the models that go first.
I think it's
Uh,
definitely the art.
mm, I remember it was the other way around back in the day, like before Pokemon had official art, they had sprite designs. Uh, but I always just like to imagine that the guy who's at like the desk making the 3D model just went and just sneezed and accidentally really bent up these guys' boys, and he's just like, it's too late to go back.
It's
We
too
have to
late to
go
go
forward.
back. We're already
We have
rushed
to go
enough as it
forward.
is. We had
Also,
one
there's
shot.
we do one shot and we failed. Also, one more thing before we move on that I just keep my eyes keep going back to it, and I can't get over it. Dialga's got little poles coming out of his front knees. What is the? What are these?
His
What?
why
What?
do what the fuck was with his front legs in general, man? Like why do they look like Metagross legs?
He's the god of Metagross. This is where Metagross came from. That's why he's a pseudo-legendary. It's because he was born from Dialga. I'm not gonna force lore on this. He just looks fucking weird. They all look fucking weird. It was a weird design choice. Not gonna lie.
Worst number one.
Oh boy, here we go.
I forgot to put in an actual title. Sneezler.
I love the tiny text that just says Sneezler.
Sneezler.
Click, click to add title.
I'm gonna put on his fucking model in this corner as well because Sneezer is a disgusting piece of shit. He looks like he looks like his parents didn't love him.
You were holding back for so long on this.
Look at this fucking piece of shit. He looks like, those fucking old timey days where they'd torture people and they'd stretch them out. That's what they did to Sneasel and they made poor old Sneasler. He needs to be put down. Like, he needs help. Like,
You need God, my friend.
he needs Jesus. Like, fucking help. Like he has the Wolverine claws, which is cool. He looks exactly like Sneasel, except bigger. He has no reason to be that smug. He's the ugliest motherfucker in this game. The only ones close are the new legendaries, but at least they don't look like a fucking thing with like a disease.
He would definitely be a
Well, the
meme.
Yaga looks like a thing with like throat cancer, like I said before. But like Sneezer looks like he has like multiple diseases.
Damn. Uh, I was going to say like he would definitely be on a meme that says like bottom text your mom. Uh, but but
Okay, I have to look up freaking um
oh yeah, that was another thing I forgot to
Sneezler.
add. There was another thing I forgot to add. Sneezler's probably also. I had to look up images for Sneezler for this PowerPoint. And there's some of the default settings. I should go on Safe Search, but there were some very kinky looking drawings of Sneezler, and I gotta say, not a fan, guys. Come on, we should have learned from this.
There you go.
There we go. Beautiful. Ah, this is gonna get sent to me. Did you literally just make this? Yeah, it would be this image saying bottom text your mom.
Sneezer, like he looks like he's a giant head in his model. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do get it. Like, I
Like
don't have much to add.
he
I
looks
already popped off.
better in the official art, but he still does not look good, and he'll never look good in the fucking god.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't even make. I mean, just Sneasler looks like he needs to be put down. He looks like the Pokemon who would give you like if
He'd give you
if
your first.
if Sneasler was a person, he would give you your first sexually transmitted disease.
You think that'd stop people? No, if you're a furry fucker and you go with this Pokemon, he's giving you your first STD. Just saying that right now.
He looks like the type to leave you as a mom.
Yeah. And then he goes out to get milk 3 years later.
No,
Yeah,
he leaves the second he fucking
he hears you're pregnant.
no, he leaves before then. He knows what he did. He leaves.
Damn, with the condoms. I honestly don't have much to add. I just wanted you to go off on
Dumbass,
Sneezler.
hairy shoulders, stupid dot. Like God,
Oh my god, I just realized what it reminded me of with all the extra fur. Some reason, it reminds me of the Grinch. And I cannot, for the life of me, explain it completely. But I hope you get it. It's got like Grinch from Illumination's How the Grinch Stole Christmas Grinch energy.
Sneasler pisses me off. I don't know why people like Sneasler. Get him off my screen now. Thomas is number one.
Yep, so I had to get to him eventually. Devlin's number 5 favorite is my number 1 least favorite. I hate Cleavor. The day he came out, I said, and I quote, out loud to my brother while we were doing dishes, ew.
You.
He had a visceral reaction to me. I verbally had to say out loud, ew. I do, I do not like his design. He is too sharp. Ma'am, your son is too sharp. He is made of too much sharpness. Too jagged for me. And I just could not get into it. I don't know what his face is doing. I don't know why he has a beard. I don't think he's actually supposed to be a caveman. I think he's supposed to be a reference to probably there's like a Dynasty Warriors, I believe. But either way, he's just ugly. And like the thing that I acknowledged earlier, conceptually, yes, I think it's very cool that before he got the steel, he was like a stony edged person, but also just like his what those arms be doing though. You got these thin twigs of arms, and then you're gonna be swinging around fucking axes. Where'd you get the axes from, bud? Did you make them yourself? Did mom give them to you? Did mom say it's your turn to be with the rock axes? Who gave you those?
To be fair, For Scyther, he has the blades, and they turn the little
He's a
claws.
praying mantis. He gets them naturally. Axes are man-made creations. We had to make axes.
Okay, so God made him the X.
God made him and he made a mistake.
Damn.
He is just, I don't like his body proportions. I do not like how jagged he is. I do not like him, Sam I am. He has like a cool first boss fight introduction. I saw the video, that looks fine. But again, the way he moves, his arms do not look like things to me. He just looks so unappealing to me. He had a visceral reaction, and I do not like him. He's also very brown, which is fine, because I get it. He's rock type. I'm not dumb.
Would you have
But it's
liked him better if he was green?
honestly, maybe.
What
Uh,
if he was like a moss green?
actually, that might be a little cool, because, like, what if it was, like, he's rock, but he's got some moss over his body? Because, like,
Yeah,
it's
I
been.
think that would look cooler on him.
See, I'm already doing a better job than you, Game Freak. Fix your damn Pokemon.
Do you know how they could fix Sneezler?
How could they fix Sneezler?
They can't. Moving on. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut in here real quick because originally this was going to be a longer video. We were going to do our top five best, and our top five worst. But as you can see, the video is already at 31 minutes. About the with the best, it would be about an hour long, which I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna cut this right here, and we're going to upload the top five best new Hisuian form slash Pokemon on Wednesday. Like, I'll just say Wednesday. I think that seems like a good day. We'll do it Wednesday later this week. So if you are interested in that, to see our more opinions on these Pokemon, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, so that way you'll be updated when this new video comes out. But as you can see, we've had some pretty bold takes over here. So if you like these, if you disagree with some of them, which I know a lot of people will with one particular one on my list, make sure to comment down below, and we're glad to have a discussion with you about it. So if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all in our top five best Hisuian forms slash Hisuian Pokemon. Goodbye.